Hi guys, it's Chris with City Girl Homestead. So last week I bought that 2 big bags of donut mix. So I'm going to try something new with the donut mix, and I thought, well, I'll bring you guys along with me. So in my KitchenAid here, I have 6 cups of the donut mix. And I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of yeast. Now, if you don't go through yeast a lot, make sure you keep that stuff in the freezer and it'll last a lot longer. And then I'm going to need 2 cups of warm water. Now I'm going to mix this up until it's completely kneaded together and let it, knead for about 5 minutes. I don't think you guys want to hear that for 5 minutes, so I'll be back when it's kneaded. Alright, so I got it mixed together. I had to add actually another 1/3 cup of the donut mix, and it's still a little wet. So, I mean, it's not as, I don't know, maybe it's because of the weather. So I sprayed the bottom of the pan with some oil and a little bit on top. And then we're going to wait for this to double in half. Double again, I should say. I'm going to cover it with that, and I'll be back when it's doubled. Alright, so the dough more than doubled. I got to watching a couple of, or whatever they call them, quicks or something on YouTube, and yeah. So anyways, it more than doubled. It went over top, so it's ready to go. So, let's bring you down here. And bring it down just a little bit lower there. And I got it put in a nice round thing here. Now I'm not going to make regular donuts this time, but I'm going to do my non-best thing, and that's rolling. I am going to get better at this, by the way. Can't possibly get worse at it, that's for sure. I think I'm getting better at it. Now this time what I want to do, other than keep spreading flour all over myself, good thing I put my bib on, huh? Is, I think by letting it rise that long too, you guys, I think it's actually easier to work with. Now this dough, instead of cutting circles out of it, what I want to do is I'm going to make some long johns. It's heavy, it's hard to move it around. So I want to kind of square this out a little bit. Got a bubble right there. So I think that's probably as square as I'm going to get it. There. I don't know if I'm doing this right. If I'm not, you can say so in the comments. But I want it more square. Alrighty. So now I'm going to take a pizza cutter and I'm going to go down the center of it. Did you see what I just did? Oops. Now I'm letting my oil heat up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these the size that I'd want my long johns to be. So I'd say we'd probably want them about like that. That might actually be too big. Yeah, I think I cut them too big. So we'll do the next ones a little bit smaller. Alrighty. Trying to find my There it is. You want to get your oil to at least 350. It's not quite close enough yet, so I will be right back when it's warm enough. Alright, so we have the oil hot enough, and what I decided to do is, this side made 6, and this side only made 5, so they were really big. So I cut them in half, so we're going to make them like half. They'll be alright. And we're going to put them in the hot grease. And they say, you know, the grease is ready if it bubbles up around. Now let me lift you back up here again. If it bubbles up around the side of it. So we're going to, and this is my new flippers here. These are going to take a little bit longer because they're pretty big than the regular donuts. I figured why not try something different, right? That's going to be a weird shaped one. Those are going to be really big. But that's okay. It's my first time doing this, so we'll see. They definitely are going to take longer to make, that's for sure. I could probably put one of the small ones in there. Well, that's going to be a big donut. Look at that, you guys. You know, I almost think that we should make all of them in half like I did the one over there, the one set over here. I think I might do that. It'll be a little bit more work, but that's okay. Because that looks a little bit more doable as far as edible, I think. Look at that, it's starting to get golden brown. Whoops, shouldn't have flipped that one yet. These are going to be great, you guys. I keep thinking of different things that I can do, and you guys seen me do the donut holes and then, you know, just the regular donuts. So I thought, you know, I love Long Johns. Why not make some of those? I think that'll be awesome. Just a bubbling around it. Now remember, every time you add new dough to it, it's going to cool down your oil. So keep that in mind. Look how beautiful brown that is, you guys. Yeah, those ones are going to be so big. Tell them, be like, what are you trying to kill me sugar-wise? I'll give those to Missy and Jack. They'll eat them up. Look at that. I'd say the two big ones are ready to come out. And I'm going to put them on my cookie sheet with some paper towels so it absorbs that grease. But actually, you know, it doesn't come out that greasy. So that's not so bad. Want the other side a little bit more brown. Alrighty, so I'm going to fry all these up. I think this one's ready to come out for sure. Let's put another one in its place. Alrighty. So let's get all these cooked up, and then I'll be back. Thought I'd just bring you back for a quick look on how these are coming out. Look at that. Pretty good looking. Alright, so now if you remember, I got the strawberry filling while I was up north too. So, I'm going to take a chopstick and I'm going to go to the end of the donut and I'm going to circle it out a little bit. Then I'm going to take this delicious, bring it down as far as I can, and put it right inside there. Maybe. And fill that donut with strawberry filling. Might actually have to get my pastry bag out for this one. There we go. So I'm going to fill all these donuts. I have 3 trays of them. And then I'll be back and show you what I'm doing next. Alright, so they're all filled. And believe it or not, it used up that whole entire bag that I had. So that's alright, but I've got 3, 6, 8, 11, 13, 15, 18, 20 donuts. So actually, even with the cost of the filling and the donut mix, these donuts are going to be pretty reasonable. So you don't think just filling them was all I was going to do, did ya? So, I've got some of my strawberries that I froze up earlier this year. And we're going to make them into a puree. Maybe I should have gotten my blender out for this. I didn't feel like getting the big old machine out. Just for a little bit of strawberries. And this is working pretty good. Now it says you only need 3 tablespoons of your pureed strawberries. Obviously that's more than 3 tablespoons. So we're going to start out with a cup of powdered sugar and mix that in with it. Alright, that's obviously too wet, so we're going to put another cup in. And I'm sure that I'll use all of this. I can almost bet I'll use all of it. Hopefully I'll have enough. You know, if you can do it with a whisk, it's still too wet. And you know, if you have some left over, you can freeze it. As long as you put it in an airtight container, you can in fact freeze it up. Let's add some more here. Wonder if you could do that with your hand blender thing in there. I don't know why not. Maybe I'll do that. Get any chunks out of there. Look at that. It's going to be beautiful. I'm going to add one more spoon, one more cupful. And like I say, whatever I have left, I will freeze up. Even though I don't have any more strawberry filling. But you don't have to just have strawberry filling. You know, you can have any kind. Boy, oh boy. I guess I should have stuck to the 2 tablespoons, huh? Alright, let me get this mixed up and I'll be right back. Alright, so I actually use my immersion blender to get all the clumps out of there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip each one of those donuts. And I think when they're smaller like this, they're considered Bismarcks. So we're going to have Bismarck donuts. Look at that. Oh, baby. I seen on a video it says you should go up and then down like that. That looks so good, I just want to do the whole donut front and back with it. That'd probably not be a very good idea, would it? Might taste real good, though. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at that glaze. Isn't it beautiful? And you can definitely tell what side it chooses to be the top and the bottom. See what I mean? The top gets puffier and the bottom doesn't. So I guess the donut's smarter than me. Alright, I'm going to finish doing the rest of these, and then we'll be back. I'll call Jack over and he can do a taste test. So I have Jack here. He's got my tray over there with 4 big donuts for him and Missy. And I'll show you. Aren't these beautiful? Alright, Jack. We're going to try them. They're going to be messy because they haven't had a chance to dry yet. Ready? Oh my goodness.
I'm good.
Oh my goodness, you guys. Mmm. Mmm. I think I have to take a second bite just to make sure. Mmm. Mmm. Well, I guess that's my lunch because that's probably enough calories to cover lunch. And then, leftover icing I put in the container, and that'll go in the freezer. So, there's my version of Bismarck donuts, I guess. I'm going to let them get dried out a little bit before I put them into something a little bit more permanent. So, thanks for coming along with me. I hope you enjoyed it. What do you think, Jack?
I'm enjoying it.
He's still feeding his mouth. All right. You guys have a blessed day and be a blessing. Bye, Jack.
Bye.